my husband. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. This could happen to anyone. And if we don't have a visual way of explaining the way this is happening and how it impacts people, we're not going to change things. So there he is. My husband was in the hospital for quite a while. And on June 11th, he came home from home hospice, and I took care of him for the last 6 days of his life. And during that time frame, I designed a painting called 73 Cents. And that was a painting about our travails through healthcare, about the lack of communication in the system, about the fact it's almost impossible to get your medical record when you need it. And I began painting on the wall, and on June 23rd, just days after my husband died, I began. And I started with him and our son, because I wanted him back. And this was one of my inspirations. Guernica, 1937. This was a rallying cry and a warning of what was happening in Nazi Germany before we all got involved. This was one artist telling you the zeitgeist of the time. This is what's happening. And I was also inspired by this, Death and Marat, political painting about the tragedy of one death and the indifference of the death of many. And that's me, desperate, trying to find the internet information that could save his life, stuck into an ocean of lack of knowledge, and seeing that my only hope and only saving grace could be what I could find online. And I kept thinking, it's sort of bizarre that here we are. I live in Washington, D.C. We take the bus every day. We got rid of the paper transfer in 2008. You don't get on the bus now without having a smart card. So why is it that in hospitals we're still doing transfers with paper if even the busing system in D.C. has got this one right? And then I started talking to members of Congress about the fact that we needed to change things. I tried to talk to every single person I could see. And then called reporters, because as I was painting the wall, it's a really public thing to do. I mean, this widow is taking this really personally, what's happened. So all these reporters started coming, and I spoke to the Post, the BBC, German press, Spanish press, and I found out, data access is actually a worldwide problem. Patients need to take charge of their information, not just in the United States, but everywhere. And then I got an email from the BMJ. I knew about the BMJ. I pulled off all those covers all those years ago. And I was like, well, thank God nowadays things are on the internet, because when the binder person pulls my cover off, it'll still be available online. So this became the cover art to September 2009. And I was so excited because that meant the medical community was paying attention to what I was saying. And that's the finished piece. On September 30th, 2009, 14 weeks after I began, I finished 73 Cents. I worked on that painting 1 week longer than my husband lived after his diagnosis. And it is a testament, and you can see it right here on Connecticut Avenue, 5001, about what was happening and what's going on in healthcare. Then I went and painted some more. I painted a nurse because I said, you know what, one of the problems is understaffing. And I will go quickly because I'm running out of time. And I painted jackets. And I painted about statistics at George Washington University and using HCAHPS and survey results and basically using a report card as allegory. And I want to say the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands at moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. And I wanted to close with a poem that I wrote that I actually presented in front of Representative John Conyers at a poetry recital. The wheels they are turning, and past abuses do impress upon this time, and thoughts of riots, rights, and rulings spin circles in the shadows of my mind. I go to sleep at night and think of coding. Is my Savior high within a data cloud? Is access to the truth as great as knowledge? Where shall peacefulness be found? Does freedom lie within a soup of letters? Do PHRs and IEPs and EKG and HIT open doors to our gaining knowledge? Is ERA an acronym, or is it a primal roar? Arise, an EpiPen to stimulate the thoughts of understanding that we are all patients in the end. Here I take my stand. I can do no other. For past abuses do inform this fight And 2 by 2 my Luthers tell me to demand my data rights, to be resolute, that separate is not equal, and that no man shall stand between me and the word. Is 1135 a page in the Annals of Oncology about kidney cancer? Or is it volume 113, number 5, Pediatrics, 2004, The Genetics of Autism? Or is 1135 simply Jesus wept? I will see you in Galilee, Galilee, Galilee. I will see you in the ring and the circle and the circuit, and the wheels they are returning. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round. And Rosa parked. She refused to give up her seat at the table. I see D10. Do you intend to save me from my coding? Do you entreat that we retreat and ask patients now informed and comprehending to sit idly by, awaiting your decision? Physician, heal thyself, and let empowered patients speak, and draw attention to those that seek a healthier and better tomorrow.